So auntie ways.
So auntie way.
So auntie ways.
Girl, what's the tea? So auntie way.
Yes,
So
oh
auntie
my
way.
God. Yes, for the suckling pig. Realness, honey, category is suckling pig. Yes. Pork across the board. Matenga, nobody can see you because they're listening is audio, darling.
Yes,
And also,
but I'm
can
doing
nobody
it for-
see you, but don't
I'm doing
nobody
it for
see you.
myself. I'm doing it for
You're
myself.
not serving it for Tiny. That
I am
serving dish
serving
is
it for
empty.
today.
That serving dish is
Honey.
empty, darling.
May the
Honey,
fourth be
darling.
with you.
May
I'ma
the
be on-
fourth be with you,
Y'all,
bitch.
y'all don't know that, honey, the House of Goonies, I signed them up for the second season of Legendary, so y'all better start stretching
Tonight is
because it's
Pose.
gonna be fierce.
Wakanda for never. Wakanda for never.
Tonight is Pose, y'all.
What's
Last
Pose?
season. Last
Yeah.
season.
Oh, I guess category is canceled. Yeah.
No,
Whatever.
apparently it was only supposed to be 3 seasons. It was like a limited
Oh,
run.
is that what there's limited run? Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah. Yeah.
That's
okay.
when I only have like really minor diarrhea. I've got the limited runs.
Yeah. Yeah. Which is
And
weird,
it's like-
girl.
It's so weird.
Because the excuse we gave for you not being here on time was that you were having a colonic.
Trust.
What? Oh my God.
Trust.
Great minds.
No,
Great minds.
colonoscopy.
Oh,
What a-
whatever, honey. Something went
What a-
up there.
Some with the
Listen, I love a high colonic.
Yeah.
Is it a sexual act? Is it
Oh.
is it something for your health? What are we
Yeah.
doing? Why am I in a doctor's office?
Right.
And you're evacuating my bowels?
colon. Evacuating them.
Evacuate the dance floor.
Did you ever notice?
Evacuation.
But did you ever notice how many ads for high colonics there are in the LA Weekly? Is
No.
that town that full of shit?
Thank you, Bet. Thank you, Bet. I ain't got time for that, bitch. I only had a semicolon. So anyway, this is So Auntieways. Hello,
Yes.
welcome everyone. My name is Tawny Frogmouth. What up?
That's right. And my name is Miss Melissa Miasma.
And I'm Booby.
And that's Booby.
That's Miss Booby, like always.
Y'all heard about Tawny Frog? Y'all heard about Tawny Frogmouth, right?
No.
Who's Tony Frog?
So
now?
Tawny Frog, who's Tawny Frogmouth? So Tawny Frogmouth is apparently the most photogenic species of bird. You guys didn't see this?
Oh, yes, yes,
No.
yes. I didn't know it was a Tony frogmouth. I know it was a
Tawny,
frogmouth.
like Tawny
Oh,
Katane.
Tawny, yes.
Oh, I
yes.
thought you said
20.
Tony Frogmouth. Her.
No,
That's
Tawny,
what I
honey.
thought.
Welcome to the stage, Miss Tawny Frogmouth.
Yes.
Hello.
We get frogmouths all the time in Pelican Harbor in Miami.
Have you tried hydrogen peroxide, a nice little gargle? Or
I hear that if you're always hanging out like in a wet, boggy area, you can get frog mouth, but I'm sure there's something to cure it.
oh Yoda, oh Yoda, Yoda,
But
I
isn't
love
there
you.
something?
Oh,
Isn't there
Grogu.
some? Grogu! Isn't there something that like if you're always hanging out like in a boggy marsh, you can get like this disease?
Yes.
But I don't know what it's called.
Oh,
Yes, I've heard that it's true.
I think it's foot in mouth
no,
or hoof
That's
in
a-
mouth.
that's a cattle disease.
Hoof in mouth.
How
Yes.
many cattle are hanging out in peat bogs?
You
It
be
happens.
That king, Pete Boggs.
Pete
Hello.
Boggs.
Hello.
Yes.
Oh my God, guys.
Oh my God. Do you know that peat is, you can actually burn it as fuel,
Fuel.
Yes.
as
Yeah.
fossil fuel? Yeah. Like a brick of,
Shit.
a brick of peat, like a brick of crap.
Brick,
And
brick,
it'll burn for hours.
Well, that's what po folk in Ireland used to do.
Yeah.
Yes.
And Canada, I guess.
And also there is, have you ever heard of the Clooney Cabin Man? The Clooney Cabin Man?
I loved it when he was on ER.
So the Clooney Cabin Man was found in a peat bog in Ireland, and
Yes.
he is one of the most well preserved
Mummy.
ancient. No, he's a guy. Ancient bodies.
No, he's a
Because
guy.
The peat, like there's no oxygen in the peat.
So it
So, like,
preserved him.
It just totally preserved him. And apparently, like somebody killed him with an axe and threw him into a peat bog like 1,000 years ago. But he's like perfect. He's got blonde hair.
So there was a ballroom scene back then too.
Yes.
Yeah.
She
Well,
wasn't like she got chopped.
she got chopped
She totally got
lovely.
Lovely.
But also peat is oxygen free. It's also completely sterile
Yeah.
and hydrophobic. So it doesn't really absorb water. So
Right.
they use it repels water. So that body was dry.
was
And believe me,
drying
I know
out.
about dry bodies, bitch.
Yes. Like he was probably like a Viking or something. They call him the Clooney Cabin Man.
Rosemary.
Hey,
Clooney
honey
Cabin Man.
bees.
Hey, Miss Michael
Miss
Doss.
Michael Doss.
Hey, Bish. Hi, Bish. Mm, mm. Okay, let's get into it. So, who would like to kick off our first segment? Girl, what are you featuring? Okay, I will. So recently, I have been getting very into the music of a musical artist called Joan Armatrading. Do you guys know
Who's
her?
Joan Armatrading? Mm-hmm.
She had her moment really in the 70s and 80s. And
Never
I don't
heard
know.
her.
I guess her biggest song is probably and she
Whatever
loves it.
parking lot.
No, that's Joni Mitchell, which is so like not even on the same
Oh,
wavelength.
oh,
But but they did put up that parking lot.
they did.
No, a big woman and a short man, and he loves it when she beats his brains out. I love it when you call me names.
Didn't she date
Never.
Tom Waits forever?
Oh, I don't think so. Also, she's a big lesbian. But so I downloaded her greatest hits, like Drop the Pilot and so many good songs. So all week, honey, I'm lucky, me, myself, and I. All week I've been bopping along to Joan Armatrading. So I suggest y'all get into her if you have not yet. Lesbian.
There's actually a French artist. Her name is Indila that I happen to love, and she has a song called "Me, Myself, and Moi."
Oh my God.
Je ne
It's
sais
true.
quoi.
It's a real song. It's a real song.
Me, myself, and moi.
Ah.
Yep.
Is that De La Soul?
Yep.
Hey, all right, for acid jazz, right?
Oh, remember acid jazz? There was acid jazz for a hot minute.
I remember
Yeah.
acid wash.
Acid jazz.
Was Diggable Planets acid jazz?
I don't think so.
Is that I'm cool like that?
I'm cool like that.
We
cool
let
like
the
that.
breeze flow straight out of our lips.
Sing it.
The kids in the rush and the classics. Me, I got 7 in a classic.
Oh no, that's Joni Mitchell. Okay, Miss Booby, what are you seeing this week? What are you featuring?
What
Excuse
I'm
me.
seeing is a very sentimental thing. It's my friends.
Oh,
Yeah.
What I'm seeing this week, and how I could not have gone through so much of my life without my friends.
I think that's beautiful. Also, can you get through this podcast without shaking that microphone? Oh, God, woman. So tell us, you've been reuniting with
Just
friends?
very, very, very. Oh, what's the word?
Sentimental.
Sentimental, yes.
Maybe a little melancholy.
Not necessarily melancholy because it's kind of comes off as sad, but just happy. It's not even a bittersweet happy because again that sounds sad, but just reflective of how lucky I am. And
Right.
Well,
Because you had friends come visit you safely.
yes, and it was nice to see them. But I'm talking about you two.
I was what? Because I was
like,
about.
what friends are we talking about?
Yeah, I thought you were talking about us too, and then I was like, oh, not us. Oh, okay.
Well, it's like that hot new RuPaul jam, Silver and Gold,
Bring
about
back
friends.
my girls.
Honey,
but don't bring back that song,
honey. Give me "Silver and Gold" by Burl Ives instead,
bitch.
please.
It's
much fiercer song. But just real quick, I do want to say that Booby, you're one of my best friends. I love you. And what would I do in this world without the two of you? I was blessed with my best friends who stuck around forever.
You're
And
welcome.
Yeah. I mean, not everyone is so lucky. There's a lot of lonely people out there.
Right.
And, and also there are people who had wonderful, wonderful people in their lives. And all those people have, I came out in the 80s. I won't talk about you guys, but, almost, literally hundreds of people that I knew have passed away, but we still have each other, and we're lucky for that. We are.
Yeah.
I'm a Y2K gay because I came out around the year 2000. I'll say 99. I'm not going to lie.
Mm-hmm.
And so I missed all that kind of drama, but I understand where you're coming from.
Yeah. You're a Y2 gay.
Make new friends, but keep the old. One is silver, and like RuPaul says, the other is
One
gold.
is gold. And you know what? She looked beautiful, beautiful legs, nice, nice, beautiful, little tetas, and she was given the whole thing. But she's like, I'm not gonna move.
Honey,
I will not be sweating for y'all.
that's an elderly man.
That's a 60-year-old man on stilts.
Who?
Yeah. RuPaul.
It's RuPaul.
Oh.
She's like, I'm not moving. I'm like, I'm just gonna take a little step this
That's
way.
an old
And then I'm gonna
man.
take a little step
When
this
she
way.
sang?
She old.
Yeah,
Honey,
she old, girl.
She was born before black people had the right to vote. Think about that. She old.
She old. She
Yeah.
old.
Because the Civil Rights Act was what, 1963?
Oh, I guess, yeah. Maybe she
Yeah,
was probably born
bitch.
before that.
She
Yeah.
old.
She's so old, but
She's
you know
silver
what?
and gold.
She's silver and gold. She looks
Yeah.
good though.
She's kind of bronze.
She
So,
looks
Miss
good.
Booby, that was beautiful. And I think friends are, of course, very important. And I thought of you earlier because I was thinking to myself in the throes of my insomnia, when was the last time I got 8 hours of uninterrupted sleep? And I pinpointed it. New Year's
1963.
Day, 1964. Miss Booby, we have been carrying and whatever. And all I remember is going to Kentucky Fried Chicken in South Beach. And we have been awake a long, long time.
A long time.
And I couldn't take it anymore. And like 6 p.m. the next day, I roofied myself. And I slept for 14 hours.
Good times.
Well,
Good
I
times.
I remember going out and imbibing way too many illicit drugs with Miss Booby over the course of a day and a half or two, and we'd been up and up and up, and then somehow at the very, very end of it, we found ourselves at Tiffany's Diner, like on a Monday morning at like 10 a.m.
As one does.
doing lines in the bathroom, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
And we ordered full meals, coffee and pancakes with bacon. Nothing was touched. Nothing got touched, honey.
Was this the time period when they had that waiter with the mustache that everybody wanted to blow?
That I did blow.
I did
No,
blow
bitch,
too.
I blew him.
We
Oh
all
my
blew.
God, you blew him too. Charlie
How
blew him
dare
too.
you?
Oh,
Miss
everybody
Charlie.
blew him. Yes, Charlie blew him too.
I feel much less special than I did a second ago.
Oh, what was his name?
Who cares,
was
honey?
so
the Lima was
cute.
choice. Yeah.
Lima was choice.
He was really
And honey,
nice too.
And I didn't pay
He
for those
was
curly
nice.
fries. I didn't pay for them curly fries.
No,
Miss
honey.
Matinga,
Honey, his pubic hair looked like curly fries. It was
I
really
talk about
weird.
greasy.
Honey.
Ooh. So, Miss Matinga, what are you featuring this week?
Okay, so interestingly enough, I am also featuring music, but I am featuring. It's actually not on purpose, but this is just the way it happened to work out. I am featuring 3 LGBTQ artists.
Oh, thank you. Who are the other
And
two?
so I am featuring MNEK, who MNEK, that's MNEK, who is an MNEK, but it's MNEK.
Who was on RuPaul's UK?
Yes, and
Yeah.
he has a song called "The Head and the Heart" that is so fucking hot.
Yes.
And I absolutely love him. He's LGBTQ, and he's absolutely wonderful. And then there's also, I just want to, send up, the flare. I want to shoot an arrow real far for Lil Nas X and Montero, because fuck yeah, man.
Yeah.
Do you? It's so fabulous.
Yeah.
And also, there is a new guy. His name is Vincent. He has a song out this week with Alex Newell, who is a trans person, but Vincent is also gay, called Higher, and it's fucking hot. It's my song of the summer.
Alex Newell, I listened to her track, Kill the Lights.
Kill the Lights, baby. Jess Glynn is also on that. So good.
She's fabulous. And I interviewed her once at something in Hawaii. I don't remember, some film festival thing. Super nice.
Alex Newell or Jess Glynn? Yeah. So
Alex
nice.
Newell. This was, I guess, during Glee. She was from Glee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he's
Hi,
also been
Donna.
on Broadway. He's also been on Broadway. Alex Newell was discovered when the television show Glee did a talent contest.
Mm-hmm.
And the prize was you get a little walk-on role and song on
Mhm.
Glee. But just a little walk-on appearance and a little song piece. And, not like a regular. But, honey, she got her little walk-on role and her little song, and they made her a regular.
That
She
bitch could
was
sing.
She could sing down.
And yo, Kill the Lights, yo, that shit slaps.
So hot.
I
So
love it.
Vincent,
like
Alex
Greek to me.
Newell, Little Nas X, and
MNEK.
and MNEK. Get into
Yo.
these LGBTQ artists.
Lil Nas X last week was going to be my boy crush. because and I
Really?
didn't. Yes, because well, number one, he's super cute. He's super hot. His body for days. And what he's doing in that song, in that video, to piss off the religious right,
Yep.
has got me so stoked. I love it. It's that
I love
marketing team is genius. I love the thing down the stripper pole. I'm all for it. I fully
Genius.
support your choices. Fantastic.
Yeah. Thank you
Gorgeous.
so much.
Yeah. Let's move on to boy crush while we're talking about boy crushes. Who would like to go first?
I'll go first.
Go, booby, go.
The boy crush I have of the week is Nico Tortorella.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
Wait a minute. Was that Carla's husband on Cheers?
he
He's
was
like-
he was on Celebrity RuPaul's Drag Race at one point. He's sexually fluid. He's adorable.
Yes.
He's a model and an actor. He's been in a couple of
Okay.
TV
Yes.
shows.
He's also non-binary.
Yes.
Yeah.
And he is on one of the Walking Dead shows. It's the newest one that centers on the teenagers. I think it's not Fear the Walking Dead or Walking Dead. It's yet another Walking Dead.
Scream. He's Scream. The Walking Dead World Beyond.
Yeah, and he was in Scream
Walking Dead-
4.
Oh, look at him. He is cute. I'm looking at a
He's
picture on my
beautiful.
phone. Very,
Yeah.
very cute.
He's got
And-
cute ears.
And
Yeah.
glams it up lovely. I'm not so into the bearded drag feeling, but yeah, what a cutie pie.
Yeah.
And Miss
On the-
Booby,
now-
what brought him to your attention?
I liked him on Facebook, and I just been getting all sorts of Facebook postings of him doing different shoots, photo shoots, and things. And he's just really good. I think he's really cute.
Yeah.
Work.
And
Very
she's working,
good.
honey. She's working.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Good. I'll have to get into that. Matinga, who's your boy crush?
I also think that Nico Tortorella.
Tortorella.
Twerkarelli.
Twerkarelli.
Him and
I
Rhea
think
Perlman had chemistry, darling.
Yes,
Down.
he was also on Younger with Sutton Foster, if I'm not mistaken.
You know, I always thought there should be a drag queen named Diarrhea Perlman, but it's a lot of work to get there.
Oh, it's a lot of work.
It's a lot of work. It just never
Yeah.
comes up naturally.
I mean, she's always like really sallow and drawn.
Right, right.
She's
It was
just
a,
like,
talk about a limited run.
huh?
Ooh.
Trust. She's got those limited runs.
Yes,
oh no, hers
correct.
is an unlimited run. No,
she must,
honey.
and she must be dehydrated.
Yes.
Girl.
So who is your
So
who's
my
your boy
boy,
crush?
my boy crush this week is a dude. Once again, an LGBTQ dude who I have loved for about 15 years. He is my favorite porn star of all time. His name is Brian Bonds. Brian Bonds. And he is a really interesting guy. He's a total stoner. He's beautiful, of course. He's a fisting bottom, but he's also a top, and he does all different types of porn, including bi porn and all types of porn. But he's got a lover and he's married. But what I think is really interesting about him is that like he'll go on Facebook Live and he'll smoke pot. He practices Wicca. He's a practicing witch, and like he'll get stoned on Facebook Live, and honey, out come the scarves and the pashminas, and she gets like she does her spins.
Oh, he's
And, like, we're like,
adorable.
isn't he
She-
fucking beautiful?
She feeling her fantasy.
And
Oh,
so like
but that
he'll
whole-
feel the cunty fantasy, but then he'll also give you butch as well. And I think he's perfection.
I have
think
to
he's
say,
utter
when
perfection.
you've mentioned him before, and in my head, I keep seeing the baseball player Barry Bonds. who's
Barry
probably
Bonds, no.
a very different person.
It's different. It's a different.
Ooh, hello.
You know what?
Hello, right,
Good-
booby?
Good for that fisting witch. I'll have to look this person up.
She a fisting witch,
She a
and I
fist-
live.
She done messed with the wrong fisting witch.
You done messed with the wrong fitch.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the wrong fitch.
The wrong fitch.
Mm-hmm. So
Get into her, boo. She's
I just
fierce.
sent you a picture of her.
I want to circle
So
back around
fierce.
to porn people for a second, but that ain't you, fist.
Fierce.
But that ain't you, fist.
Hello, look at that.
I want to circle back around to that porn person or that porn topic. Ew!
I can't show it.
Don't
'cause it's
booby!
too-
Don't send me vulgarity like that. How dare you?
I can't.
How did you even get my
show it.
private number?
It's
Ugh.
too dirty. I can't show it.
Don't show
Can't
it.
show
Okay,
it. I
so,
can't.
honey, and jeopardize the hundreds of thousands of dollars we make on every episode that we do, girl.
And jeopardize the $3 or $4.
Miss Thing,
That
you
we-
crazy? So my boy
We will get
crush,
demonetized.
my boy crush he's not a new person. He's been around. John Cena, the wrestler.
Oh,
John
yes.
Now
Yeah.
He's been around for a taste. I mean, he was in. Did you see Sisters with Amy Poehler and Tina Fey?
Yes.
He's in that.
Yes.
I've always thought he was adorable. A big hunky wrestler guy. If you don't know who he is, big.
He's little,
wrestler.
actually.
Who cares? He's puffy.
Right.
Did you see? There's some commercial he's in. I don't know if it's Costco or Home Depot or something.
With the blue cow.
I don't know, but he suddenly is on screen with some wimpy guy. Oh, it's for hefty bags, trash bags. And he like lifts his arm up and takes a big old hefty bag thing. And it's about being hefty and strong or wimpy and weak. And I just said, damn, look at those thighs, bitch. Look at them thighs, that big man from WWE Raw. And that's how I want it from John Cena. I want a WWE Raw from John Cena. SmackDown, bitch. Daddy's home.
He was also Daddy's Home is one of my favorite Usher songs, by the way, Daddy's Home. But John Cena was also in Trainwreck, really, really wonderful. He's in the new Suicide Squad, and he got a Disney Plus show. He's going to be playing the same hero that he plays in Suicide Squad, anti-hero, on this Disney Plus show.
Maybe you need to step off of my boy crush, girl.
I got
No, let me
mine.
let you know,
get
girl.
yours.
Oh, I got
no,
mine.
honey.
I got it, honey.
Don't.
I got it in pocket, bitch. I got that wrestling man in pocket. All right.
Exactly.
So before we move on, let's circle back. So last night I was he is cute in that movie. Last night I was talking to someone that we all know who's going to remain nameless. You know, one of the children. You know how we do. And they mentioned somebody named Wrigleyville Cum Dump.
The Wrigleyville Cum Dump. Yes.
Oh my God, you do know who it is.
I know exactly who that is.
I didn't know who that was, but I said to them, I bet you Matinka knows who this is.
I know exactly who the Wrigleyville Cum Dump is.
Then Miss, please expound.
Yeah.
Who and what is the Wrigleyville Cum Dump?
So the Wrigleyville Cum Dump was this cute, athletic, blonde guy. I believe he's either in Boston or Chicago, but
Chicago
is
by Wrigleyville. And I don't know about athletic, honey. She was looking a little suckling pig in what I saw.
No, we're friends on Insta. She's gotten much more fit.
She's trimming the waist.
She's trimming the waist, serving your face.
Okay.
But I'm sure once I start explaining it to you, you'll recognize there's a viral pornographic clip.
Oh, it's viral. It's viral, honey.
Of this queen getting topped by this guy with a big one. And she's doing poppers and she is being nasty. And the guy's like, yeah, what if I invite all the guys over and they fuck you and just you because you're a cum dump? She's like, oh yeah, what's your address? Oh, I live in Wrigley Park, da 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 da. And she just like, honey, she spills the tea, girl.
And she's like, rail me out. Yep.
Rail me out, yeah. And he rails her down.
And honey,
and
by the end, that bitch was like 95% poppers by volume. I actually saw his face turn red.
Yeah, the poppers, and I think it's like the poppers are hitting her so hard, but I'm sure that later she was like, "Oh shit, I just gave out my address."
Because the guy saying, "Hey, everybody in Chicago, come over and dump a load in this one."
Yeah,
and the guy also says I couldn't really see his face, of course, but also the guy is saying like, "Yeah, I like a loose, sloppy hole," and he's like,
"Sloppy
hole." Oh
my
God! And for a second you see it. And I thought we're gonna do that blast side asshole T-shirt that I keep saying, honey.
And that's a compliment to him,
I guess.
Yes. He's a cute guy and he's a young guy, and I always think that thank goodness that when I was young and I was cute in the face and trim in the waist, there was no YouTube. There was no, a video camera was this giant thing, even like an at-home that,
and it wasn't even in color.
And and you had to and thank goodness because. I got to be a slut and be a cum dump and be a drug addict and be a whore and a streetwalker and a nasty, fucking, dirty, disgusting thing.
But as of last week,
just a vessel to be filled.
Yeah.
But I got to do it anonymously because now your shit's gonna be out there.
Yep.
Your shit's gonna be out there, and I don't listen. I'm not. Honey, not while my mom's alive, because you two bitches, as much as you love me and as lucky as we are to have each other, will send that porno to my mother. Because I know you.
I would never play her like that. I would never play her.
You'd be, oh, Miss Carmine, look what I found.
I'd be like, Mommy, listen, I'm really concerned about Antonio. I came across this on the internet. She's 90% papas by volume. Yeah.
Oh, honey,
and your mother be like, oh, look at that blast side asshole. Oh,
oh my God, my poor hija.
I know. No.
That's what my mother calls gay people. She calls them Piconese. She was like,
Piconese.
is he Piconese?
Look, I'm not trying to step to that queen. Get yours, do yours, you know.
I will send you his Instagram page. It's actually really cute.
You don't.
Send it to me. I want to see.
I will send it to you.
I mean, I was entertained by it. I couldn't believe I had never heard of this. And our friend that we were chatting with was also like, how do you not know this? But I was like, I guarantee you Matinga knows who that is.
That is props.
That's props.
To be known like that.
By Miss Matinga?
Oh, honey.
No,
Exactly. Miss Matinga is known.
Yeah, she's known. She ain't seen, not in the ballroom.
How dare you?
But
listen.
Yeah. Okay. Maybe we'll share privately with the patrons at another point. Okay. So let's move on to. Oh, I forgot where I am.
Things we don't feel.
I don't see this.
Richard, I have to find it on Insta, and then I'll get it to you because I've got 500 people on Insta, but I'll find it and I'll send it to you.
Also, who would like to start this segment?
Which segment are we doing now?
Things we don't feel. Something we don't feel.
Bitch, I don't see that.
I don't see insincerity in people.
Who are you looking at?
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
In authenticity. Why are you looking at me?
No, I'm not looking at
you.
I am looking at you, but not. I don't see you.
Wait, just for Richard Haney, this is Cum Dump.
Oh, he's cute.
Darling, but there are people listening. They can't see him. Now they'll have to use their imagination.
He's
darling.
Cute.
We don't want that. We don't want to pressure people
out there.
He's a cutie pie.
Yeah. He looked clean.
He looked clean.
It doesn't mean he is clean.
Bitch, break out the Lysol. I mean,
honey, there are flies in the zone.
What's it? A Pigglyville cum dump? Yeah.
The Pigglyville cum dump.
The Piggly Wiggly dump cum dump?
Oh, honey. That's my jam, girl. The Piggly
The Piggly Wiggly dumb cunt?
The Piggly.
Oh, wait a minute. I'm so sorry.
Honey, that's merch. Merch. You know what?
I made myself dizzy. I'm sorry.
I'll take that one. Miss Booby, tell us about your hatred of inauthenticity.
I won't get into specifics, but because I really can't. But I was lied to by somebody, and recently, and I don't like inauthenticity.
Fake bitches.
Was it a good friend? Was it a good friend?
No, I wouldn't call her a friend, but somebody that I know, that I respect.
Okay.
And if you're gonna not be able to tell me the truth after I've bared my soul and told you things that someone who trusts you would, and you can't tell me an honest something honestly, something that's very minuscule, and lie about it, then what are we doing? Why are we interacting?
It might be minuscule to you, but it might mean something else to them. That probably is coming from a place of shame. I don't know what the situation is, but
is this person currently doing drugs?
No.
That's their problem. That's the problem.
Because drug addicts are liars.
Right, of course. I mean, I can attest to that. You know.
Yeah. No, I was a drug addict. Trust me.
Are you going to confront this person, or just kind of freeze them out?
Not if at some. There's no need to, because the lie was exposed. So it was blaringly exposed,
like Wrigleyville's hole, like Wrigleyville's hole.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, really exposed.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah,
It's okay. I don't like being. Okay, you can lie to me, but don't get caught in the lie, and then the truth comes out, and then I realized I was lied to.
Right. Keep your lies and your whole.
Keep it cute. Keep it tight.
Keep it cute, honey. Keep
it
cute.
tasty. Right.
Yeah.
Well, like Judge Judy says, stick with the truth, because you can always remember the truth. It's hard to keep track of your lies.
Don't piss on my leg and tell me it's raining.
Don't come in my face and tell me it's Hanukkah. Just don't. Don't do it.
Can I share something about Judge Judy?
Yeah.
She's the Wrigleyville cum dump.
She's the real Wrigleyville cum dump.
Yeah. Don't come in my hole and tell me it's on Insta.
Give me Judge Marilyn Mullion over Judge Judy.
Please, honey.
Give me the Latina. Something about Judy. She's too abrasive. It's too nasty.
Why are you anti-Semitic? Then you enjoy your rice and
No.
beans, Judge. And go for it,
No,
darling.
honey, you're a wandering Jew, and I still like you.
What about it?
Isn't that a song? You're
It's
a
a
wandering Jew, but I still like you.
But I still like you.
Hey.
Come dump, and yes, it's true.
The Wrigleyville come from, and yes, it's true.
Hey, yeah, scabba-da-doo-da.
The Piggly Wiggly dumb content. Yes, it's you.
Come dump, you.
We're going off the rails.
Off the rails. Yup.
Off the
Rail
rails.
me out. Rail me out. Miss Matingo, what are you not seeing?
So this week, I am not featuring. And just to get it out there real quick, I don't want to get too deep into it, but I am not featuring gerrymandering and tons of restrictive legislations being put out all over the country, but especially like in Texas, to restrict voter access. And of course it's to restrict access to Black and brown and Latino people, such as you can't bring people water, closing at 5 p.m.
That's crazy.
No mail-in voting, very restrictive ID stuff, and of course gerrymandering districts. Because the thing is America is all about it's the person who wins that wins. But if you game the game, then that's not fair, and that could also it's a slippery slope.
Well,
and so that makes me sad.
I have a question and a comment. Question first. Is there a drag king named Gerrymander?
There should be.
Yeah.
There should be, honey.
Comment.
Oh, an Asian drag king named Jerry Mandarin.
Gerrymandering.
Gerrymandering.
Oh, yes.
Ooh, she's a little
ding, ding,
problematic,
ding, ding.
but it's working. It's working.
We have a winner. Yeah, we have a winner, honey. Miss Gerrymandering.
Yeah.
And my comment is the only vote that's ever had any importance or consequence in the history of this country was the years that we could vote for American Idol. I'm
Thank
sorry.
you.
I'm going to die on this hill.
Thank you.
LaToya Luckett.
Miss LaToya Luck. Oh, you just pulled out like a dusty old
Honey,
nugget.
I pulled her right out of Wrigleyville Cum Dump, bitch.
Oh, right. How
Well,
many dates have I said that on? Oh, honey, I just pulled out a dusty old nugget.
Ooh, LaToya
Ooh,
Luckett.
honey.
Damn, I found me a LaToya Luckett.
Honey, LaToya Unluckett.
Oh, shit. Touch.
Mm.
So, yes, Matinga, that is a very good point. And notice that they're only restricting voting in states that Republicans lost since the last election. It's
exactly.
It is bullshit. Because they know if people vote and have access to voting, they're going to lose.
And a lot of people like Stacey Abrams really got the vote out in these places that had always been red states, and she flipped them. Either like now they're so now it's either purple or it's blue, and and even
like
Arizona
Cum Dump.
and even like Arizona went purple, and it's like in those places where like they're like, oh, she got the community to come and to sign up, and so now let's even be more restrictive. And take away people's rights. It's not right.
We have to give props to both Stacey Abrams and Stacey
Q.
And Stacey Q.
And Stacey Lattishaw.
And Stacey Lattishaw.
Lattishaw.
Yeah. Oh, she better nail it to the wall.
Nail it to the wall.
She's gonna rail it to the wall. Yo, I saw Stacey Abrams in there was like a Star Trek get out the vote thing before the election with all these Trek people and Stacey Abrams.
Wow.
And it was dope. It was so good. And because she's a total Trekker, it was so dope. So what I am not seeing this week is something that happened yesterday, an annual event called World Naked Gardening Day.
Yes. Yeah, that was
and
yesterday.
I gotta say, nope.
Nope.
For a few reasons. First of all, May 1st is not the day for that because in many parts of the country and the world, it's fucking cold. It's cold. Okay, your jiggly bits is not going to appreciate that. 2, you're going to need a lot of sunblock. Okay, all that 3, gardening tools are very, very, very sharp, and you want to be careful, honey. And 4, don't nobody want to see that. Okay. You go those hoes. You go hide behind your privet hedge with your naked self. I say gardening is clothing mandatory. Period.
But you know what? Shout out to my hoes.
And that brings us to the segment we like to call Just the Facts.
Yes.
Remember that episode of Facts of Life when Mrs. Garrett got caught stealing?
Shout out to my hoes. And this is the segment where we discuss an episode of the 1980s sitcom The Facts of Life.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
We are in season 2, and we are doing an episode called Sex Symbol, subtitled Shout Out to All My Hoes.
Shout out to my hoes.
And this is a Natalie episode.
Yeah.
Totally.
Natalie-centric episode. Yeah. Where everybody brings their A game, including Natalie, who was the only performer on Facts of Life who was not a child actor. They literally found her at a Catholic school, and the casting director thought she was funny, brought her in, and she got the role. Like, she was not a child actor. I love that about her. And you can tell that she's still a little bit green. She's Natalie Green.
She's Natalie Green.
She's Natalie Green, as a matter of fact.
She laughs at her own jokes.
At her own jokes.
Yeah. I saw a little snippet of a sitcom with Kim Fields in 1979 that was before Facts of Life, when Kim Fields was little, and it was about a family in a brownstone in Brooklyn, and there was a father, a mother, the 2 kids, and the grandmother. The grandmother was from 227, that bitch, the old lady.
Oh, Helen Martin?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Miss
She was
Pearl.
the grandmother. Yeah, and she was still old.
Oh, snap. Well, I want to see that now.
There's
Yeah.
those
I
actors
don't know
that
the
are
name.
just always old. Like, there's certain actors that they start out old.
Right, like
Like, God rest her soul.
like Olympia Dukakis.
Like Olympia
Yeah.
Dukakis, God rest her
Right.
soul. What a diva.
What
an amazing diva.
Yeah.
We'll miss her.
Rest
Just
in perfection.
Super short. I was watching, just for fun, an episode, because usually Michael's like forcing us to watch these episodes of Facts of Life, and it's a total drudgery, and it's just like so bitter and over it.
Do you want me to?
Yes,
should I-
Tony R. Blair.
Should I put you on
Yeah.
mute? Do you want to leave for
And
this segment,
no.
girl?
But yesterday I was watching a Facts of Life episode just for fun, and it was the weirdest episode of Facts of Life. Just super quick. I just have to tell you, it was Natalie and Tootie go to visit Tootie's
Aunt and uncle
with
Richard Dean Anderson.
Yes, with MacGyver. Yes. It was the
Yes.
weirdest episode, and they go,
Yeah.
and the episode has nothing to do with Natalie or Tootie. It's
They were
all about.
They were trying to do a spin-off about this biracial couple.
They call that like a backdoor
Bambi.
A backdoor Bambi. No, like when you do a pilot, that's called a backdoor pilot.
Like that
But let me tell
horrible
you-
episode of Golden Girls with Rita Moreno. The
Or
only
that-
episode I skip.
Or that weird episode of The Bionic Woman. That's no Lindsay. It's just Peter Brady and the dog.
Oh,
And it's like, what the fuck?
Oh, yeah.
Right? And it's
that
like,
does not sound good.
No.
That,
But I
that was
will
the Kool-Aid man. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But
Rail me
I will say that Richard Dean Anderson was so young in that episode, and he looked good. He looked delicious.
Oh, yes. He was
So
always
good.
gorgeous.
Gorgeous.
He was a cutie pie, and he was like, "Yo, I'm gonna get me some of this hot chocolate, Hetty."
That rare dude that will rock a mullet and still look good. Still looking good in a mullet.
Do you know who rocked a mullet and looked good? You remember
Jonathan
that-
Frakes.
Oh, yeah, Jonathan Frakes, but also Rowdy Piper in the movie They Live. In They Live.
Yes.
Great movie. Big old
Great
beefy
movie.
thing that he's rocking a mullet.
Yeah.
But let's-
I Live.
We're getting way off. So what is this episode about?
A sex symbol.
A sex symbol. So in a nutshell, what this episode is about is slut shaming.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
But what I thought was interesting is that the show opens with the Eastland Academy throwing a social mixer, like a boy girl mixer, but like it's like a high school thing. So I mean, I don't know, like that never ever happened in my high school. I mean, I did go to high school in New York City, and my high school was different, very different. My high school was built for 2,000 people and it had 6,000 people in it. So there was no room for mixing because you could barely move around at all. But I was just like, what an odd idea, a social mixer at a school.
Because that's that's not a co-ed school. So it's a girls' school doing
With
a mixer
money.
with
Right.
the Bates Academy, because there's boys up the road. I gotta say, some ugly looking boys.
Oh, bricks. Like when Mrs. Garrett says, like those guys.
Like those two
bricks.
Like those two nerds.
Like Dungeons and Dragons playing.
Horrible.
But
Horrible.
And of course, Tootie and Nat are hanging together like me and Diamond, like we do at every party. We stoke out a corner and we read.
We talk about everybody.
We just read. We don't mix.
Nope.
We don't talk to nobody.
Even when we would go to like fucking the dugout
Yeah.
or whatever, we'd have tequila
Yeah.
shots and only talk to each other.
Yeah, and then we leave and we're like, yo, they were so unfriendly.
Yeah, really
No one
cliquish.
talked to us.
Really standoffish, so aloof.
And that's
Whatever.
that's what Tootie and Natalie are doing until Miss Garrett is like, girls, this is a mixer. You mix. And she sends them out to mix. And I have to say that Miss Natalie, even though she said she had no game, she had a little bit of game. She picks up a cute boy, a guy named Neil. She picks him up.
Game. She had game, but she didn't have fashion sense. Can we talk about the fashions here? What is with everybody in the ribbons? Everybody's got like ribbons around their neck. They've got ribbons, yarn ribbons in their hair. Like, But one of my favorite moments is right at the beginning when the episode opens and some of the old girls are back. Sue-Ann and Cindy and Nancy are back.
Yep.
And Sue-Ann kind of walks by Joe, like trying to say to her, get into it. And Joe makes such a stink face. Like, bitch, please. Oh, I love her eyes. She's like, girl, get to stepping.
No, but then in the very next scene, it's like the next day, and it's the scene where they're talking about Natalie, but the scene opens with a shot of Blair behind the Sterno servers, and Lisa Whelchel looks so over it.
Plucked.
She looks plucked.
She looks sweaty.
It.
She looks sweaty.
Yeah. But anyway, Natalie picks up this boy and they're gonna have a date.
Describe the boy.
He's cute. Like a cute, bookish,
kind of nerdy,
16 years old, big hair. I thought he was cute for her.
I did too.
I thought he was cute for her.
He was cute, and she's all excited, and
she's so excited.
For some reason, Tootie's dressed like Holly Hobby.
Yes.
Oh,
as usual.
Yes.
As usual. So, but Natalie gets us up a date.
But she's black, so it's Holly Blobby, and she's a little overweight.
Blolly Blobby, mama.
Blobby.
Yeah, it's the only doll with diabetes.
Yeah.
No, mama.
No diabetes. Are you crazy?
But it's not. Yes, black and diabetes. We nasty. That's bad.
Go ahead.
But so they make an appointment to meet and study the next day, but just a little study date, which leads to another date. Needless to say, Natalie comes back. She tells them all about it, that now she has a date coming up and it's going to be one of her first dates.
And she's like, we opened our
It will be her first date.
Algebra books, and his was touching mine.
And then and Lisa Walsh was like, What? Because she doesn't say algebra books. She just says, and then all of a sudden his was touching mine. And it's like, but all the girls are like rallying for Natalie. Like they're like, oh yeah, it's gonna be great. Yeah. And so they go on the date, and then he asks her out on another date. They go on that date, and then like the long and short of it is he goes back to his school and spreads the rumor that Natalie put out. And that rumor, of course, in a small town, spreads like wildfire to the girls at Eastland. And so all the girls from season 1 are in the lunchroom, except for Molly. And they are being so nasty and mean, girl.
They're so nasty. Like when Natalie comes into the scene, like Sue-Ann's like, oh, here comes the Wrigleyville cum dump. And I was like, oh my God.
The Eastland cum dump.
They're being really stink.
They're being
mean, bitchy, slut-shaming. Jealous hoes. And Nancy's hair looked terrible.
And you know what? The funny thing is, it's like high school is a snake pit of nastiness. So I was watching it. I was like, wow, why are they being so mean? But you know what? Teenagers are mean and they gossip and they're nasty.
I think Sue-Ann was being the biggest bitch.
But you'd think that they'd give her a little bit of the benefit of the doubt.
Also, because weren't they friends?
And honey, Joe is about to beat one of the girls up.
Yeah.
She's about to beat a couple. Even Tootie's like, don't you dare talk about Miss Natalie.
Yeah.
And then she takes off her earrings.
But Natalie is sort of playing it up because in an earlier scene, Lisa Whelchel and Joe
they don't know yet. She doesn't know yet. She comes through the kitchen door and she's like, hot stuff coming through.
And then
she comes to the room. She's like, here comes the trash.
Yeah,
So, you
yeah.
know,
But
she's
in
not
a way,
aware yet.
Oh,
but
she's aware.
But the thing is, what she is aware of is that in a previous scene, Tootie, Blair, and Joe were goofing on the fact that somebody might find Natalie sexy because
Right.
Natalie, is she's a more Zoftig girl and she's more toned down and she's not a Blair, she's a Natalie.
And she's not confident.
And she's not confident. And the girls, I don't think that, because these three girls they do love Natalie. And I don't think they meant to sublimate her or embarrass her, but they do, because they're like, oh, that would be ridiculous. Who
Ludicrous.
would think that's ludicrous? Who would think that she would be like some sexy
A
girl that
sex
put out like
symbol.
that? Yeah. And it's like, and it hurts Natalie. And so Natalie decides to play into the rumors, which I kind of think is counterintuitive.
But she's reacting like a teenager. I mean, she's
Yeah.
like, "Oh, I'll show you. Yeah, I'm gonna go on that date. Yeah, I'm gonna get it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get it good. I'm gonna get my
She's gonna
life.
get it.
bitch.
You can do
Yeah.
that, you know.
You can do that, you know." And there's also a side character in that bitchy scene in the cafeteria named Home Run Helen. Home Run Helen.
Who seems so sad.
And sweet. And by the way, the actress playing her at the time of filming was 37 years old.
You're
No.
such a liar.
Look it
Liar,
up.
liar.
Her name is Holly Gagnier. Gagnier. 37.
Really?
Now she
God
was 20.
bless-
She was 23. She was 23.
Well, I think that for the first Karate Kid, that guy, I forget his name now, Ralph Macchio, I think he was 32 and he's playing 16.
Yeah.
No.
That's
Yes.
why now, like, he's like fucking 70 or something on Cobra Kai.
Right.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
He's
and
older than
still-
Mr. Miyagi was when me and Mr.
was-
Miyagi filmed it.
Yes,
Wow.
yes. And you know what? Still looking okay. Still looking okay.
Yeah, he's still looking decent.
Miss
He
Ralph Macchio.
old. He
Yeah.
old. He's from Long Island, you know.
Ralph Macchio, you can tell.
He's from Dix Hills, Long Island.
The accent, you can tell.
Long Island's trash. It's the island of length. The trashiest people I've ever known are from Long Island. It's true.
You're
So-
from Long Island.
I know of what I speak. So moving on.
And your sister, who's in this thread.
And she's trash. So listen, so moving on.
Oh.
So word gets around that Natalie be putting out, and all these boys are calling for quote unquote study dates.
Yes.
But really they want to do like an Alabama hot pocket with her. And she's going in. She's going in on
she's
it.
going in. And she's going on these dates. She's not putting out, but she's going
Right.
on the dates.
Right,
To
right.
prove the girls wrong.
Yeah.
But mind you, she's getting a bad reputation. She's getting a bad reputation.
Right, because the girl's like, oh, maybe she should room with Homer and Helen.
And and she talks to Home Run Helen, and like Home Run Helen's reasoning for hooking up with guys, like actually almost made me cry. It was something like, it's because they like you. It's like, it's just company. No one else likes her.
It's
you
like
know?
because
So she
you
hooks
relate
up with
to
the
it.
guys.
Because like in high school, you were Home Depot Helen. Yeah.
Yes, Donna, that's
Yeah.
correct.
Yeah. By the way, listeners don't know what you're saying. Home Depot Helen.
I'm looking at the little meta comments on the side.
So Home Depot. So Home Run Helen.
Home Depot Helen.
So Home Depot, where low prices are just the beginning.
Exactly.
What I felt sad about, I was like this. I'm like, girl, own your sexuality. You a powerful woman. Own your sexuality. But the sad thing is, she's fucking these ugly ass Bates Academy boys. That's what
Right.
made me sad.
Right.
Yeah.
Get
And
yourself
it's
a
just
quality piece. Get a
And just for
quality
company.
piece.
And you know what? You're not popular. It's just, you're just busy.
What was the
just
name of
busy.
the delivery boy? And that was lovely.
Steve.
Steve.
Yeah.
Get
with the
yourself
I would have,
army.
honey, I would have put out for Steve for sure.
Honey, yes. But would you
Yeah.
let him rail you out?
Honey, the creatures that I have let rail me out.
Would you let him videotape it and put it online?
No.
If I was roofied and I didn't know.
Like if your face wasn't in it. Because, if they want views, your face isn't in it.
But they always say, I'm not going to put your face in. And then somehow your face
And then
gets
somehow
in there.
you're in there, and people are
And then-
saying, "Oh,
yeah.
I saw you last week."
And then suddenly your face is in his butt. So they still see you anyway.
Yo, I could tell some stories, but I'm not going to tell them here.
I could too.
But we're
I
not
don't-
going to tell them here.
Like, I don't have any porn out there on purpose.
I know for a fact.
Ditto.
Yeah, I know
Did
for
you
a
just say
fact.
dildo?
Dildo.
Dildo.
Yeah, she woke up and there was the sound of cameras clicking and a dildo.
And ASMR.
ASMR. With a dildo? Just someone beating you with a dildo? Okay,
Yeah.
so what happens is finally at some point, Natalie is not happy with the situation. Because why is she not happy with it?
Because first what happens is like the girls that love her, Lisa Welchel and Tootie and Miss Honey, they're talking, they're like, listen, you're getting a bad reputation, we're gonna have to start beating up people for you, blah 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 blah. And she's lets the girls know that you hurt my feelings because you said that I couldn't be sexy, that I couldn't be desirable, and that
I believe
hurt
ludicrous is the word you use, Blair.
Yeah, and the girls feel bad about it. And of course, Miss Garrett gets wind of it. And I have to say that the MVP of Facts of Life for me is always Edna Garrett. Like, she goes up to Natalie's room and she talks to Natalie, but the warmth that this actress is able to evince, the compassion and the nurturing is so lovely. Like, even I get the warm fuzzies.
And the advice. She's like, listen.
Advice.
She's like, Natalie, sweetheart, listen, your reputation's important. Remember, anal is the new oral.
Trust.
And, because NBC, the more you know, the more you know. So finally,
the more you hoe.
Neil comes over for a reason I do not remember. And before Natalie
to break up or to cancel,
the date, right?
To cancel the date because she's a whore all of a sudden.
But before we get there, Blair and Joe are like Cagney and Laceying this motherfucker.
Pacing.
Big time.
I love that scene. I love when they team up, when they're like simpatico. Like Blair's threatening him, and Joe's gonna break his legs.
Blair's threatening him with Joe.
Yeah.
She will break your legs.
I love that
Joe's
energy.
believable. She's believable, Joe. Like, you believe that she's gonna haul off and punch you.
She's like, I will fuck you, because she's been wanting to fuck people up the whole episode. She threatened to hit Natalie. At one point, she was gonna hit Natalie.
Yeah.
Like, so and then Natalie comes in, and they have a nice scene where she's like, look, you hurt me, you humiliated me. I don't see that. You need to get it together. And he's like, what about it?
But what I thought was powerful was that, hey, I'm breaking up with you because suddenly you have this reputation. And she says to him, I got this reputation because you went back to all your boys and you lied about me and you said that we hooked up. And then he said, yeah, but then you went and hooked up with all these other guys. And she said, no, I didn't. And he said, but why would those guys say that? And Blair says, because you said that, you fucking nerd. And they don't want to come back and say that they didn't hit it if you hit it. And so, like, it's a ball rolling down the hill.
She calls him a twerp.
She calls him a twerp.
A twerp.
And it's so good. And, and he feels, and then suddenly he realized that he ruined her reputation. And he has the unmitigated gall to say, hey, can we just let bygones be bygones? I actually genuinely, I actually do. The reason I did it was because I felt embarrassed myself. Can we let bygones be bygones? Because I really like you and I still want to take you out. And Natalie's like, honey, no,
I don't think so.
It's no, I don't think so.
And and because you know what? Like, I could see it going either way after an apology.
She was putting the screws to him, but the very, very end of the episode is she is going to go out on a date with him again because she's goofy and silly. And if he undoes the damage,
well, he tells the truths.
Right. I mean, and he's not. We know straight boys.
I think he is. No, I think he is. I think because Natalie's his one shot at Punani on campus. He doesn't want to blow it. So he's like, you know what? Let me undo these lies and go out with her again. And she's into him. They have nice little, cute little chemistry. Yeah. She does make an important point about all her life. She's been told to be good.
Yep.
And he's been told to score, which I don't know how much of that has changed. I'm sure that you know, like boys are told to get around as much as you can, and girls are either a whore or a virgin, which is just like, I mean, it's sick. So the episode is about slut shaming.
Like Joan Rivers said, a guy can sleep around and sleep around and sleep around. A girl makes 20, 30 mistakes, and all of a sudden she's a whore.
Right. Oh, what's that line she has about guys not wanting smart women? No man ever put his hand up a woman's skirt looking for a library card.
Right.
Joan.
And if he found one, he'd be like, oh, now I can get on Canopy.
He'd be like,
a man sleeps around and he's a Casanova. A woman sleeps around and she's a hoe.
Right.
And she's a hoe.
Right.
You know?
So,
because there's no concept of hoe in the gay world. There's no such thing.
Right, because we're all hoes.
We all hoes. We're all hoes.
Well, have you seen that meme about like there's a picture of like average number of sexual partners for straight.
Oh
people.
yeah,
Men
6.6.
6, women
5
4,
or
And then Hillary Clinton, like,
with the gays like, oh, right? Because like I'm not gonna lie, and you guys in the comments, you know my story. I've had like 16, 17 guys since I came out around Y2K.
This weekend.
What? Well, I'm saying what? Hello, is there an
Let's
audio
just-
delay?
Let's just say this. My dear friend, Joshua, who I've known for many, many years, who I happen to love, who's actually a famous actor and a wonderful teacher, and one of the most handsome men on the planet. We had a talk once about how many people he had slept with before he was married. He's been married for a long time. Before he got married, and how many people I had slept with at the time. And I'm not even going to say the number that I told him, which I kind of brought it down a little bit out of shame.
Can you give us like a ballpark Wrigley Field figure?
I'd like 2,000 or so.
Yeah,
But
what
I was
what
honey,
a slut.
I was selling it short.
All right, Natalie Green. Go ahead,
and he
Natalie.
goes, and he goes, and I said, he's like feeling, because this is a studly guy, and he says the number, and I won't share the number because his wife might watch this, but he says the number, and I laugh uproariously, and I tell him my number, and the first thing that came out of him just was out of shock. He goes, "Oh my God, but what about your ass?" And I was like, they weren't all in my ass.
at the same time.
Well, not all at once.
And he goes,
Cock and crack at the same
same
time.
cock and crack at the same. He made me smoke cock and crack at the same time.
Mama,
And
he
he
did the
goes,
most horrible thing to me.
and the thing was, he was like, dude, I don't think I haven't had that many orgasms in my life.
Oh my God.
And I was like, and honey, I mean, let's not go into it, honey.
I think
No,
we can
honey.
sum it up and close by saying and quoting the great Edith Massey: "The world of heterosexuals is a sick and boring life.
Yep.
Queers are just better." This is So Auntieways. Thank you for tuning in. My name is Tawny Frogmouth.
This is Miss Melissa Miasma.
And this is Booby.
Bye.
Auntie Way.